Friends, there have been many great battles had over the course of human history. David versus Goliath, the Avengers versus Thanos, Dennis Anderson versus Tom Mintz, Dave Mirra versus Brian Deegan, Holly Holm versus Ronda Rousey, John Jones versus Driving Sober, Republicans versus whatever minority they're currently picking on, Democrats versus actually doing anything. But today's episode of the Guitar Fight League just might top all of those, my friends. What is up, you violent, voluptuous Viltrumites? Dan here. And this Epiphone, inspired by Gibson Custom Shop 1960 Les Paul Standard reissue, is a scrappy little booger, I tell you what. This guy just craves violence. It wants to throw hands with every guitar in my collection. But unfortunately, I gotta send this guy back here pretty soon. You know, there's other guitars I want to try out. But I figured we had enough time to squeeze in one more battle to satiate this little maniac. So today, this $1,300 Epiphone is going to go up against a $1,300 LTD. This Epiphone might be able to punch above its weight, but can it really compete in the mid-range weight class that this guitar sits in? This is Epiphone's attempt at recreating a Gibson Custom Shop 1960 Les Paul Standard reissue. And this is a modern spec single cut with an old fart dad guitar paint job. And we are going to see who the real Les Paul Standard champion is going to be in this mid-range weight class.
Show me your feet.
Starting off with the challenger, once again, this is the Epiphone IBGC 1960 Les Paul Standard reissue. This guitar is a solid mahogany body with a maple cap and what is supposed to be a AAA flame maple veneer. This guitar is also made with a mahogany neck and a bound rosewood fingerboard. We've got 22 medium jumbo nickel frets and real mother of pearl trapezoid inlays. A Gibson open book headstock on this Epiphone model with some Epiphone Deluxe Cluson style tuners that are era accurate to a 1960 Les Paul Standard. The reason this guitar can punch above its weight class so easily is because it comes set up with a big ol' honkin' $500 set of Gibson custom bucker pickups. An era accurate pick guard, non-era accurate pickup rings, a pseudo ABR1 bridge that has the Nashville posts and like a weird little hex key adjustment up here, 4 CTS pots wired up the same way they wired them in 1960. To wrap it up, this guitar comes with the 60s slim taper neck profile. And this guitar retails for $1,300. Once again, a huge shout out to Zams for letting me borrow this guy and a couple other guitars. As always, if you want to get yourself one of these new Epiphones or any other gear of your choice, head on over to Zounds and use the link in my bio to go over there to let them know that I sent you. Now moving on to my LTD EC1000T in Satin Honeyburst. This guitar is also a mahogany body, but it is chambered. It also has a maple cap and a AAA flame maple veneer. While it does also have a mahogany neck, this specific model comes with a bound ebony fingerboard, 22 extra jumbo nickel frets on this bad boy, and regular pearloid flag inlays. We've got LTD's beautiful flag headstock, and a set of excellent LTD locking tuners. As you can see, LTD chose to also bind the headstock on this model, which is not something most Les Paul Standards do. Very interesting. This guitar comes with a pair of Fishman Fluence Open Core Classic active pickups. LTD actually has them wire up their Fishman pickups a little differently to where it's the hottest voicing as the bass one. So voicing 1 on this guitar is like a really hot 80s style pickup, and then voicing 2, which is the voicing we're going to be using for today's comparison, is more of like a PAF style pickup. And then there's also voicing 3, which is a full-blown single coil, which I have a lot of fun with, but we're not going to use that in today's video. This guitar comes with a locking tunematic stop bar bridge and tailpiece, which is very convenient for string changes. Uses Fishman's pots, which all work very well. And last but certainly not least, this guitar comes with LTD's perfect thin U neck shape. This guitar also retails for $1,300. However, I bought it used for only $900, which is what you're going to also have to do if you want one of these, because unfortunately LTD is not making this specific EC1000 anymore. Very sad. Now, before we let these goblins go at it, there are a few things that I want to discuss, because they're both kind of going for the Les Paul Standard look, but they are spec'd remarkably different. This one comes with boutique, high-end, passive, unpotted pickups, and this one comes with modern active pickups. This guitar is a solid mahogany body, and this one is a... what's the word? I literally just had it in my head. And this has a chambered mahogany body. So the weight difference is quite drastic. I'd say this one is like light 8, heavy 7-pound range, and this one is like firmly in the 9-pound range. This comes with medium jumbo frets. This comes with LTD's Jamungo railroad size frets. This one has a rosewood neck. This one has an ebony neck. The Epiphone has classic Cluson style tuners, and the LTD has modern locking tuners. The Epiphone uses the classic Les Paul set neck joint, while LTD opts for a little bit of a more modernized carved out set neck joint. I like that this iced tea Honeyburst on the Epiphone is an actual burst, but I mean, overall, the LTD's winning in the looks department for me. Mainly because of the black uncovered pickups. I'm like going crazy about that look right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. But also, you can actually see the veneer on the LTD. The Epiphone comes with a pseudo VOS finish, which is really just a satin finish, and then the LTD also comes with a satin finish. Now with this Epiphone, it's a little hard to tell, but there is a lot of flame on this veneer. It's just kind of being covered up by this weird finish and making it really hard to see. If I move it around, you can see where the flame is supposed to be, but for whatever reason, it's like blurry and kind of hard to see on these guitars. However, this LTD also has a satin finish, but as you can see, it's not hard at all to see the insane amount of flame this guitar has. Like especially right here, I can even see it on my little camera preview right here. Like there's so much flame on this guitar that you can very easily see, and it's still a satin finish. So I don't know what's going on over at Epiphone. But alas, I think it's finally time that these two get in the ring. So fire up your favorite betting app, grab yourself a can of Monster Energy, and put on your favorite Venom UFC replica fight shorts. So these guitars are gonna fight through a bevy of different tones, tunings, and presets, and then you're gonna go down there in the comments and let me know what you guys think. It's that's as close as you're gonna get. I'm not gonna actually yell. I got neighbors, I don't wanna be a dick. But yeah, fight time. Bazinga.
Tell me you fucking
Well, that was certainly one of the most duels of all time. I'm still in shock about that one part. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I think we are going to start wrapping up today's video. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you did, let me know. Help out this video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions. I love to hear what you guys have to say. Share the video around. And if you regularly watch my videos and you haven't already subscribed, then your guitars are going to wake you up in the middle of the night wanting to throw hands. And I know you guys got some boat anchor Les Pauls, so have fun with one of those dropping on your face. A big shout out and a thank you to A Horse Running, Solar Flare, Rob Heath, Jester MH, the Brandon Baker clone, Scott Toman, Big Tills, Corpse to Crazy, Ollie Gilbert, Mr. Cause, Robert Dalen, Mac No Cheese, K. Ryan Prasad, John Evans, Bob Threaton, Scoots Magoots, David McCanich, One Lion, DLA Rocket Dam, Black Garlic Jr., Walt Cooper, J Graphics, Lonnie JC, X-Man Supreme, and Cosmic Pasta. God, I do that like every time now, but I get it in one breath. Y'all gotta try harder. These beautiful Billy Goats are my current channel members, and their support really does mean a lot. If you want to join them, get a shout out in my longer videos, get access to the members only videos, and just help support this channel in a bigger way, then you can go down there, click the join button. Tiers start as low as 3 schmeckles. There's also the super thanks button down there if you just want to give me some money, but I'm done being a tool. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.